Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 22nd of November 2025. This is just my weekly analysis video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So welcome everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope your weekend's going okay. It's about getting close to 1 p.m. local. I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam. It's pretty chilly here actually, hence the flannel shirt. I don't normally wear a shirt. It's actually the first time last night. I've been here, 8 months? Since April. First time last night I went actually under my blankets in my bed. It's getting a bit chilly, but it's all good. If you do like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's always appreciated. One thing, and one of my readers actually reminded me by an email today, is we are coming up to the massive Black Friday sales, which are huge in the US, but now huge all over the world. So you're probably getting hammered by prop firm discounts, etc. I've got my eye on a couple at the moment, but there's one thing, and I always subscribe, is to TradingView at this time of the year. You get huge discounts on TradingView. So if you want to upgrade from the free to a paid subscription, or you're new to TradingView, this is the time. If you're thinking about it, this is the time to buy. I think there's discounts up to about 80% or something like that, something crazy. I do have an affiliate link. I'll put in the link to the description of the video. So if you want to go down that track, it'd be appreciated if you can go via me. That's always a good thing. I resubscribe. I think I'm not due for a subscription until March or April, but this is the time of year I resubscribe just to the sheer discounts. All right, sports-wise, cricket, Australia versus England, not going very well. Too many wickets. It's not a good pitch when there's too many wickets, and I think we're only in the day two, and we're on the second innings, so that's not good. Las Vegas F1 should be interesting. It's a bit wet there at the moment, so all good. All right, let's get into it. All right, talk about TradingView. This is my TradingView platform. I use it for all my analysis. I don't actually trade off TradingView, but I like it because it's portable. Here's a big sales pitch. It's portable and it's easy for drawing. Like, as you know, I write a lot of notes on my charts. TradingView is just so much simpler than MT5. It's my watch list on the right. I'm not a trade signal provider. This is my disclaimer. Don't follow me blindly. I'm not giving financial advice or anything like that, or investment advice. I am just a retail trader like you. If you follow any of my signals, please do, at your own risk, do your own due diligence, all right? So let's get into it. AusCAD, we're in a sell from back here from the 13th of October, and that's gone absolutely sideways, nowhere. At least we're getting under my entry level. There's the red line there. Remember, all trades I call. The new daily candle for me now is at 5 a.m. local. Like I said, I'm in Vietnam. I don't get out of bed till about 6:30, so not much happens in that quiet time anyway. So that 5 a.m. is like 5 p.m. New York time, so not much happens after that. Sort of the Asian session's not really kicked in. So that I'd take a screenshot, share that screenshot to their daily updates on Telegram and Facebook, and I'll also put any screenshots in a shared folder and everyone gets access to that. So here's the sell here, and look at this. If you were trading the traditional way with a stop in place, I'm not, because I'm doing a loss recovery as a power tool starts up. Damn. So I'm doing a loss recovery method. So I've got all these previous trades. You can read all about it there. But the last one's this sell, like I said, on the 13th of October. If you had a stop in place, it'd be above the high here, just above the red dot. So you still wouldn't be stopped out, but you'd be getting a bit nervous. But last QMP full the dot was that red dot, and it's still valid. These yellow lines are just targets for me, so don't worry about them too much. Aussie yen. I'm in no trades at the moment. I'm waiting on a potential. I took a sell in here back on the 5th of November. Hopefully that power tool's not too annoying. There's a reverse signal there, so I closed out for a loss. You can read about it there. Now I'm waiting on a trade too. In the meantime, we broke this highs here. There's a sort of resistance level on price. MACD platinum's above the zero level. And it's broken through. Now we've got, which is common with yen pairs, regular bearish divergence. So just waiting on a potential sell setup. The trend's up. You can see by the moving averages, they're spreading to the upside and spreading out. MACD platinum's above the zero level. So just waiting. Aussie, New Zealand in a sell from up here. There's a bit of a loss recovery. Had to recover some losses. It's a bit of a mixed bag. You can read about it there. Last trade was this sell. Closed most of it because I recovered the previous loss, which is good. Now I'm just waiting. I'm going to give it one more day. The MACD platinum is just on the zero level now, just below it. But price is still a long way from the moving average, so I'm not in a rush to do anything at the moment. Get rid of these yellow lines. Yeah, get rid of those, that yellow line. The loss has been recovered. Oh, there's two of them there, isn't it? So now I've just got a base lot trade, 0.1, because that actual trade sell 4, which is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, was actually for 0.5. On the 18th, I closed 0.4 as the loss had been recovered. So I'm just back to my normal base lot. So I'll give it one more day, see how we go. I might be looking at closing half and putting a stop in there if I can do that. Aussie USD in nothing at the moment, waiting on a potential setup. I did take this sell here. There is a reversal to the buy side. Now there was a sell signal here, but it's just not. Remember with the MACD platinum, generally I'm looking to buy when it's below the zero level and sell when it's above the zero level. When it's like this here, we've got a sort of mixed signal. There's a red QMP filter dot. We're already at this previous low here. And that green dash line is the 65-cent level, which I've been talking about forever, seems like. It's like an absolute magnet, that 65-cent level. I'll just go to a weekly chart and you can have a quick look. So here's this 65-cent level. You can see this is going back. This is a weekly chart going back to May 2023. Magnet, see, like it's like attracted to it. Go back to the daily chart. So at the moment, we've sort of this support level now. MACD platinum's below the zero level. So looking for potential sort of buy setup here, potentially. In the meantime, just sitting on my hands. All right, Bitcoin, hasn't this dropped? But the good thing is I'm not losing too much money on it. I did initially take this buy here. MACD platinum below the zero level, took this buy. Then instead of closing out, I went on to traditional hedging. So I took a hedge sell. So if that buy was for 0.08, that hedge sell was for 0.08. So I locked in a loss between there and there. It came down to the 100,000 level and I thought, oh, it might bounce here. There's a nice signal. Took the buy, so it's a bigger position. So it was 0.24. And it pretty well reversed within a few days. And I took a hedge sell. So at the moment I'm hedged. So buy, sell, buy, sell. It's come back down to the 80,000 level. MACD platinum's been below the zero level the whole time. So what I'm looking for is maybe a bounce. If it keeps on dropping, it's not a big deal. I don't care. If it keeps on dropping, that's good. I may look at closing out the sells or one of the sells and locking in some profit and going into DCA mode. So that's Bitcoin. We're locking in a loss. So we're basically locking in that loss between there and there, and another loss between there and there. Euro Aussie. Let's have a look here. Took a buy here. It was closed half, stop in place. Took a loss actually. Now let's have a look at this buy. Trade one. Yeah, all right. So what happened was I took a buy there. I closed half. Then it dropped, spiked on this candle here, spiked me down. That was on the 20th. Yeah, 20th. Just that spike down took me out, and it gave me an overall small loss, which I probably should have tightened up the stop a little bit closer. Generally, I like if I close half, I don't want to lose on it. So I lost not even $7, so it's no big deal. Now I'm just waiting on a second trade. I'll just leave it on the chart to show you guys what's happened, where I've stopped out. So now I'm waiting on a trade 2, which is more than likely going to be a sell. The MACD platinum is above the 0 level. So small loss there, just waiting in loss recovery mode. So it'll be trade 1. Next one will be trade 2. Euro yen, right, Monday, new trade signal. All right, first up, I'm in this buy here. So this was a loss recovery. So there's a sell, second sell, third buy. You can see it there, trade 1, trade 2, trade 3. So the third buy was for 0.5, recovered the loss that went up through my targets. So on the 20th, I closed 0.45. So I basically closed most and put a stop in place. Now, on Monday, which is the 24th, I'm moving that stop right up tight, just below the entry level. And we've also got a new sell on Monday. It's a high risk trade. We're against the trend. You can see the trend's up. It's a yen pair, so be careful of that. But there is this regular bearish divergence, which is pretty regular on yen pairs. I'm going to take the sell, and I do like the fact I've got a partial hedge, which gives me a bit more confidence. The MACD platinum's a long way above the 0 level. Price is a fair distance from the moving averages, so we'll take it. But I'm moving that stop up on the buy just to tighten things up on the stop so I can't lose. And as I said, that was a loss recovery, which we did recover the loss, which is good. So new buy, a new sell on Monday. I don't know the price, obviously, hence the red lines out there and there's question marks there. These notes here, I closed, I was supposed to be closing 8-hour charts on the euro yen. I accidentally closed my daily, so I reopened it straight away. So I didn't lose anything other than a bit of a spread. So it's just a note to myself. So Monday, euro yen, new sell, move the stop up on the buy. I really hope you can't hear that power tool, because I can hear it. It's really annoying. All right, euro USD. All right, yeah, took this in a loss recovery. There was a buy there. Didn't take the sell. I just closed the trade, took a loss. Then I took a buy in here, which was on the that one there. Took for 3, recovered my loss, and then closed the 17th of November. I closed half and put a stop in place. Then on the 19th of November, which is on that candle there where I got the sell, on the 19th of November, I stopped out for an overall small profit. So, like I said, I just leave these on the charts to show you what happened. So I'm all out of that. That's all done. Then I took this sell, S2, trade 1. 20th, it was a sell based on the hidden bearish divergence. MACD platinum up to 0 level. So it's going nowhere. Is it going to keep on going down? Who knows? I don't think it's going to, but that doesn't really worry me. I'll just work my way out of it. But that's the euro USD. So we're out of all this stuff on the left. Just the one sell trade at the moment. Pound Aussie. Now, right, this is a bit of a bummer. It's in the sell here from the 24th of October, and I stopped out on that spike there yesterday. So that spike just took me out. 21st November, stopped out for an overall profit. So it was a good profit. I already closed half and just trailing my stop down. But it's just annoying that it took me out by about a pip. Where's my stop? 206.38. Just look up here. What's the high? High 206.47. So not even 5 pips. So I've stopped out and it's just dropped right down. Now I'm in a buy from the 7th of November here. It's gone down, come back to this sort of big round number, which is 2.000, like a support level, big round number. And it's gone back up, which is great. Thursday I'm getting excited. It's got the MACD platinum through the 0 level. And because we've got that little spiky candle, we're at the moving averages, the trend's down, MACD platinum through the 0 level. On Monday, I'm just going to close this trade. Now, where I close it depends on where the market opens. I may get a small loss, may get a small profit. Doesn't really matter. It's just not worth staying in the buy side, even though it's the MACD platinum's heading up. It's just, it could shoot up, who knows? I'm not going to take the chance, all right? So Monday, 24th, closed for a loss or profit, I'm not sure yet, and stopped out of the sell. So by Monday, I'll be in no trades on the pound Aussie, unless there's a huge gap to the upside or something, or even to the downside, I may not get out. There's a huge gap, but if price opens pretty close to where it closed, I'm out. Pound Swiss. Still in this sell from back here. This is a loss recovery. Recover the loss in the sell, trailing my stop down, all good. Then I took this buy in here. Where are we? Yes, too. Took a buy and closed for a loss on the 13th. That would have been there, I think. Yeah. So I closed on that sell, and I didn't take that buy, even though the MACD plat was below the zero level, was regular bullish diverge. I didn't take the buy. In hindsight, I'm probably going to regret that. I probably should have, because I've got the hedge sell. I would have had a hedge sell. I didn't take it. I just thought price was too close, because you remember by the time I got the signal candle, that's that high of that candle, signal candle, it already been pretty close to the moving averages, and the MACD is already close to the zero level, and it's against the trend. So it's not an ideal setup, but in hindsight, and hindsight's a great tool, as I always say every week. With the hedge, with the sell on, I probably should have, and I probably would have recovered my loss already. But not to be. What we're going to do is just wait for another signal for. So this will probably keep on going up, stop me out of this sell for a profit, and then I'll just have to worry about a potential, which would be more likely another sell, to try and recover this loss on this sequence here. That makes sense. Pound CAD. All right, I'm going to buy from the 24th of 24th of November. It's Monday. I'm going to buy from the 7th of November. This one here. So I took the buy, nice support level. Buy, MACD platinum long way below the zero level. And it's basically gone against me right from the get-go, then come back up to the same level, then back down again. So that buy signal, because there's a blue QMP dot, still valid. So I've drawn this trend line across the highs. Now, it's came back to the same low again. There's a break of the trend line. The MACD platinum is still below the zero level, and we've got a blue dot on the MACD platinum. So I'm taking a second buy on Monday, so I'm going to go in bigger. This was for 0.01. This second buy is going to be for 0.03. I'm basically going into DCA mode, dollar cost averaging. It'll give me a overall break even just in here somewhere. So there's a few things aligning. The planets are aligning. Support, trend line break, blue dot on the MACD platinum still below the zero level. So if you were out of this trade for whatever reason, you want to have a re-entry, this would be a good re-entry. Now, if you had a stop in place, you shouldn't really be out of this trade. There's nothing. Your stop would have, if you're trading with a traditional stop, your stop would be below that blue line, and it'd still be, the trade would still be on, because there's no real reason to exit that trade. The MACD platinum remain below the zero level, unless you're using something like the MACD platinum dots or something like that. But, this support level is pretty strong. So pound CAD, new buy trade. So it's a euro yen sell, pound CAD buy. That's my two new trades for Monday. New Zealand CAD. Now, this is a little bit tricky. I'm in a few trades here, loss recovery. It's in a downtrend. I'm having no luck with it on the buy side, trying to take buys against the trend. The sells haven't really set up. I don't think I took that sell, which I probably should have. With the trend, it's a reverse side. That's what we should be doing, isn't it? So what happened here? This last trade was this buy here. So this was trade 3, was a buy. Got a reversal. The red dot there, that's the vertical line. I'll probably get rid of that. That red one, I declined to take it. Decided against not to close the buy, because I'll now go into DCA mode on this pair. I like the setup for a potential DCA, and this is going to, if Friday's candle's anything to go by, this big bullish candle, now we've got a blue dot on the MACD pattern below the zero level. So what I'll do is, if it happens, so my last trade was for 0.5, I'll take another trade for maybe 0.8. That'll give me a break even just for those two trades, and I want to see if it pushes up further towards the MAs, and I reckon I can clear these previous losses. That's the plan. So I've ignored the sell, the opposite QMP dot, and looking for a DCA mode on a loss recovery setup. Just trying to think out the box a little bit. And look, this is a pair I've said many times I don't get too stressed about. It's a bit of a slow moving pair, gives you plenty of time to take some action and think. Generally, even though it causes me grief, I normally work my way out of it without too much stress. So it's New Zealand CAD, it's a change of plan. New Zealand USD, a few things happening here, still in a sell from back here. The 19th of September, it's got a stop in place down there, can't lose on that, all good. Another sell from here, the 31st of October, and it's got a more aggressive stop down here, can't lose on that, all good. And I took this buy in here. It started to go up in my favour, but then just dropped away, and there's an opposite QMP dot. I didn't take it. It just didn't go back to the MAs, and the MACD pattern wasn't above the zero level, so I didn't take the sell. So what I'm waiting on now is next potential buy, take a loss recovery on sequence 2 here. So sequence 1, sweet, can't lose on that. Sequence 3 is sweet. Now we've got a vendor going past with power tools and a vendor. All right, so this one here, loss recovery, sequence 2 is that's what this is giving me my grief on this pair. These two are good. This one, I'm just waiting on a recovery, and it's not a big loss. It's only $62, so which is not much. I'm starting to load up on the other pairs too, on the dollar cost averaging, and I think the 8-hour chart still. I'm starting to load up on the New Zealand, and I've got my new EA running on another platform, and it needs some bounce up on the upside. All right, USD Singapore dollar. I'm going to buy here, 20th of November, so only a couple of days ago, going nowhere fast. You see the market structure starting to turn up a little bit. My concern is it was at the previous high. Is it losing strength? MACD platinum's just below the zero level, but it's still a buy, and we're pretty close to the entry level at the moment, so it's not too bad. And the MACD platinum's still below the zero level. XAG USD, which is silver. Remember, I took a buy in here, and I closed out on an opposite QMP filter dot. And actually, because by the time I got to the charts, I closed out for a small, very small profit. So I'm in no trades at the moment, and that sell wasn't really valid. Just the MACD platinum was right on the zero level. It wasn't ideal. And price is a big round number, which is the $50 level there. So it's the 40, that's the 30. And we've got this big resistance level on price. I was tempted to take that sell, but I just sort of hung off. Didn't look that good. So we're out of that buy. As I say, just leave them on the charts till the video. After the video's done, I'll go back and tidy up all these charts. And its big cousin, XAU, USD, gold, very similar to silver, except I stayed in. So I had this buy here based on the hidden bullish divergence. You know, I'm a big fan of that. There's a couple of hidden bullish divergences there. With a big round number, 4,700. Is that 4,000? No, 4,000. 4,700. 4,000. So it's a big round number. Took this buy, went up, but then it's come down. Opposite QMP filter dot. MACD platinum still a fair distance below the zero level. We've come back to that sort of 4,000 level. I didn't take any action. I'm going to go into DCA mode and look for a second buy. It looks like it wants to possibly, this could be the dumbest move I've made all year, but And at the moment, it's starting to go sideways a bit, and we'll just hopefully get a second buy signal and hopefully push up a bit higher again. Let's go. Now to my problem pairs. Pound yen, this first one. Maybe. I've got a lot to make up, a lot of losses. I'm just taking trades basically in loss recovery mode. So I took this buy here, 11th of November, buy trade. It's gone up nicely, but Friday was a big Debbie Downer day. Now we've got this regular bearish divergence, which is not uncommon on the yen pairs. So hopefully we can get a little bit of profit before it goes into sell mode. Just a matter of trying to work my way out of this loss here, and I'll do it one day at a time. Just need a couple of decent moves on this pair. And it's been absolutely crap since I got in this. It's been absolutely going nowhere fast. No decent moves. This is probably one of the biggest moves we've had for a while. So it won't take long to knock some of that profit off, because I'll be trading pretty big at 1.3 lots. So it won't take long to knock it off, but it's just a matter of getting some moves and no more losses. So we're going nowhere fast. Pound USD is a similar sort of, not so bad. I was in a couple of sells down here, which are a long way away, obviously, and got a couple of buys up here, so it put me sort of no man's land when price came down to this big round number, which is the 1.3 level. But now we're starting to get a couple of trades in here, which is good, because it gives me, the more trades they're on, especially more spread out they are, gives me more options on what I can do with start pruning, making profit. It's a pair I like trading, as I say, every week. So at the moment, I'm just accumulating trades. Last one was this sell based on hidden bearish divergence. It's gone nowhere fast, but no big deal. Got a buy just here. So we'll just slowly, it's not a huge loss to work out. It's only 4,740 roughly. So we just grind away on that. That's the pound USD, nothing happening at the moment. And the third problem pair is the USD CAD. Last trade was this buy here in these sells from back here. Read my notes there, got a bit of work to do. It's really not pushing up, is it? There's my overall break even there. I don't think I've got too much profit in the bank. Yeah. So at the moment, took this buy. This is going nowhere. MACD platinum's just below the zero level. Again, just trying to work my way out of it. Get some profit or add to my losses, doesn't really worry me. Then just try and then get profit somewhere and just chip away, prune the trades. And the US 500, US stock market, last trade was a sell here. Made the previous high, and it dropped down. Then Friday had a little bit of a bounce up. Remember on Thursday, I think we caught up because they had the employment numbers out of the US on Thursday, so it created a bit of grief. But Friday was just a flash manufacturing numbers, and it's found sort of support at this previous low here, possibly, but the MACD platinum's still down. Yeah. That's it, boys and girls. That's it for the video. Now, just remind you about the TradingView. If you want the discount, if you want to get on TradingView and you want a discount, big discounts. So it's worth it if you are considering it. I'm not trying to talk you into it. And if you want to use my affiliate link, that's great. Obviously, I'll get some sort of small advantage out of that. If not, knock yourself out. You still get the discounts. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. And let's go Oscar at Vegas. And come on, Australia in the cricket. It's not looking good, though. All right. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Thank you.